Listen to this track without clipping.
Little spot in that corner, it's a dream.
Now listen to the same vocal pushed too loud.
Little spot in that corner, it's a dream.
This is an example of audio clipping. In this video, I'm going to break down what audio clipping is, how it works, which is the difference between clipping and picking, and all of this stuff. So welcome back to the channel. My name is Pia from Music Production for Women, and this is Bite Sized, the series where we break down music production buzzwords in less than 5 minutes, or at least I will try to. Today's buzzword is clipping. I don't know if you ever finished a mix on your headphones or on your studio monitors, and then you go inside your car, you start driving, maybe you just want to listen back through your smartphone, and it's all distorted. That bass completely squashy and distorted and crunchy. Yeah. Let's fix this. Let's start from definitions as always. In simple words, audio clipping happens when your signal gets too loud for your audio system to handle. In digital audio, the limit is set at 0 decibels. So let's think of 0 decibels as the ceiling of our DAW. Like below that, the negative area is our safe zone, is the area that we need to fall in love with. So as long as the audio stays below the 0 decibels, the ceiling, all is fine. The system can reproduce the sound cleanly. But when the waveform goes above that limit, your DAW runs out of room. So it doesn't basically have space to process that audio. It's like, oh my God, I need to squash it and make it become like a giant rectangle. Instead of keeping the natural shape of the sound wave, the highest and lowest peaks get cut off. That changes the shape of the waveform, and that change creates distortion. So clipping is not just about being too loud, it's about part of the sound waves being cut, like completely cut. What is clipping and what is picking? Why there is this difference? So picking and clipping are not the same thing. They are related, but they mean different things. Picking means that your signal is reaching a high level. It is like a warning sign. It's like, oh my God, pay attention, I'm picking. Okay. Clipping means your signal has gone too high and now is distorting. So clipping is the result of picking. Let's imagine it that way. Why does audio clipping happen? Audio clipping happens usually because sometimes in your chain, in your signal chain, something is too loud. Your input gain might be too loud on your audio interface. The track volume might be too loud. Even a single track can clip and ruin the whole mix. We're not talking about like just lowering the gain once the track is being recorded. We're talking about doing a proper recording. Listen closely because this is going to save you so much time. Basically, when we record waveforms of any sort, there can be guitars, vocals, synthesizers, whatever, even the clap of our hands, we need to make sure that the signal is not peaking, because then it will clip. So please pay a lot of attention before you record your instrument. Put it in your mind like, oh my God, yeah, check the input gain. Always. We always want to make sure that the master channel has enough space for headroom. So we need to allow the sound wave to be free in the space and to breathe and to sound lovely. We don't want to compress it too much. A good recording target is to keep your peaks between less 12 to less 6 decibels. So we have the famous fader. We want to stay way down, way down below the 0. What if we already recorded the tracks and they're still clipping? Well, there's not that much to do. But if you really have to use that track, just take it and put the gain below the 0. At least you will have a more controlled volume. So I don't know what time it is, but let's try to do a very quick recap. Audio clipping happens when your signal gets too loud and exceeds the maximum level your audio system can handle. In digital audio, the limit is 0 decibels. Clipping can sound harsh, crackly, fuzzy, or distorted. Picking is the first warning sign that something is going to clip. And clipping means that the signal has already passed the limit. Clipping cuts the highest and lowest peaks of your track, so your tracks will sound way more compressed and it will look like a rectangle more or less. To avoid clipping, just turn down your input gain, fall in love with your meters, and leave headroom and don't push everything into red. That's audio clipping, bite-sized. I wrote a blog article about this, also containing slides that can be helpful. Let us know in the comment what you would like me to cover next, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm Pia from Music Production for Women. Thanks so much for staying, and see you in the next one.